Well, good afternoon and welcome to Gardens Oval in Darwin on Larrakia country for round 15 of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League competition. Today's Foundation Cup between Waratah and Wanderers. My name's Liz Cruz. Joining me in the commentary box today, none other than the great man Stu Davis. It's a wet old day, Stu,
certainly
as is tradition on this day, but welcome. Yep. Looking forward to a good day of footy.
Australia Day in Darwin, Liz, that's how it is. Welcome everybody, and yeah, looking forward to it. Waratah in particular have been in pretty good form of late, Liz.
They have. I actually haven't watched a lot of their games, so I was really looking forward to today. Know some of the girls from both teams, so should be a ripper, and it's Waratah that are going to get the early clearance in a muddy centre square.
So just forward of centre for Tars, it's Bree Martin in the action down there, and Aggie Singh. Aggie Singh picks up. That looks like a one-handed hand pass. Play on's the call. And now Wanderers rallying up in defence, but there's a throw been called here, and a free kick's going to go Waratah way. And that's going to Chelsea Adams about 50 metres out. She hand passes on to Bree Martin straight away. Martin chips it further afield, about 20 metres out from the Waratah goal. Falls into the hands of Aggie Singh. She snaps around the corner. It looks pretty good. Just snuck inside the right-hand goal post, and a great goal. And Aggie Singh continuing on her great form from the weekend, Liz.
Yeah, absolutely. She was a representative player in the game between the NTFL and Woodville West Torrens on Saturday night at TIO Stadium in Darwin, where she had an absolute blinder stew. She was so exciting. She was doing one-handed pickups and runs down the wing, and just such an electric player and so beautiful to watch. And she's got her team on the board very early in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mentioned that Waratah have been in good form. I looked through the records. Their last loss was on the 13th of November, would you believe, in round 7. So they're flying at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very even women's competition this season, Stu, which is really exciting.
Yeah, the top 5 teams, or 6 really, with Southern Districts, are all a chance, you would think.
Absolutely.
So you can see that it's a bit slippery in there, and Lauren O'Shea goes in, picks it up, but gets caught with the ball, and well, there's a free kick to Lauren O'Shea, in fact. So she's in the centre of the ground. She's going straight up the middle, up the corridor, and over the back. Bree Martin gets a hand pass off to Maselli. The kick goes in towards goal, but just dribbles through for a behind for Waratah.
Maselli, another player who was fantastic in the rep game Saturday night, kicking 3 goals, just really dominated in the forward line for the NT. So
Wanderers looking to bring it grandstand side. Sophia Malboy in there just couldn't hold the mark. Lisa Roberts on the back of the pat. Pottles look forward, but again, no clear possession and a ball up. And just looking at the umpires, Liz, great to see young umpires coming through the grades, and these two, I dare say that some of the players on the field started playing before these two were born.
I would agree with that, Stu. Emma Stark and Josh Cooper, and they're doing a fantastic job out there. Great mark there in the forward line. Looks like Lisa Maselli, she'll play on and she'll kick that goal on the left. So another goal to Waratah early here at Gardens Oval in today's Foundation Cup game to Lisa Maselli.
And it was Lisa Roberts who won that clearance, kicked it in high and long, and had faith that she'd have a player getting underneath it. And when you've got the likes of Maselli down forward, there's every chance that they'll find themselves in the right position.
That's right. So the score now, 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Waratah 2-1-13 leading Wanderers, yet to score. And Stu, I'm glad the Tars girls are wearing red shorts, but those white jumpers might not stay clean for too long. They're absolutely stunning Indigenous jumpers designed by Sharona Bishop, who also did the rep training gear, and we'll talk about them a little bit later in the broadcast.
So from the restart, again, a wrestle for the ball, and you can see that it's a bit of a mud patch in the cricket pitch area in the middle, but a quick kick forward there by Jessica Fatnower, but Waratah set up behind the ball and advance it down towards half forward again. Aggie Singh in there once again. She gets pushed off at this time, but a hand pass out by Guthridge. But there's a free kick going against Lauren O'Shea this time for incorrect disposal. So Wanderers with a couple of spare players in the middle of the ground, and the mark's taken there by Stephanie Fomikong. And she plays on quickly towards the outer side of the ground, bounces into the hands of her teammate Malboy. Malboy goes deep into the forward line, kicking into space, but it looks like Tars will get back there first, but there's a fumble and an opportunity for Wanderers, picked up nicely there by Atzori, and she kicks the goal on the back of a ball handling mistake in defence there for Tars by Taryn O'Hare, but probably can be excused in these slippery conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Opportunist goal there by Atzori, and really well done by her captain, Malboy, to get that ball deep into the attacking area for her team. She's a fantastic captain, Sophia. She's long time player for Wanderers, and she really set up that goal with her drive out of the middle. So the score now, Waratah 2-1-13 leading Wanderers, one straight goal.
So from the restart, hand pass comes out, but again, it's Wanderers with the opportunity to clear. Lisa Roberts gets on the end of that one, takes a mark, plays on straight away to the outer side of the ground. Bree Martin out there has been busy early, and she takes a mark, chips back in towards centre half forward, where she finds Maselli in a bit of space. Maselli wastes no time, kicks on, goes over the head of her intended target, but there's an opportunity for Tars here now with the kick off the ground, but just across the face from Joe Guthridge, and a minor score. But I think that's going to be the order of the day, Liz. Long into space and give your teammates a chance to run onto it.
Absolutely. I think that ball will get heavy, you know, with the conditions out there. So just putting it out to space. And if you're Waratahs and you've got someone like Aggie Singh running onto it, why not?
So again, Wanderers coming grandstand side. Numbers are with Tars though. Kiewit overruns it and picked up nicely down there. Wanderers, a quick hand pass out play on's the call. It's Michelle Friel working hard in there for Wanderers, but she's in the action still again. And now the kick comes forward, and Sharona Bishop just toes it off the ground, but only to the advantage of Malboy, who picks up, hand passes across nicely to Fatnawa. She kicks straight down the centre of the ground where there's a bit of space. Working back there for Tars was Teresa Parnis, and she got there first and then got rewarded.
She was getting held on to a bit there, so a free kick.
So she plays on to the outer side, and a nice mark taken there by Indiana Hughes. Hughes chips the ball back into towards the centre of the ground, and Wanderers through that hands, but the ball slips out, and now a toe off the ground, and again towed forward by Michelle Friel, but plenty of Waratah players around there, but the free kick's been found, and it's Tars who will tidy up from defence, looking for Lisa Roberts there, but just missed the target, and slips out the back where it's picked up nicely by Gaynor. She hand passes over to Roberts, back to Gaynor. Gaynor's caught with the ball, gets a hand pass back to Roberts again. They're just under plenty of pressure, but managing to get rid of the ball through the hands, and then there's a high tackle called on Goldback Agate right in front of the grandstand.
Yeah, see Lisa Roberts there really instructing the troops. She's a veteran of the NTFL competition, an absolute superstar. So that ball going to Aggie Singh's trying to get it towards the Waratahs forward line, but Sophia Malboy mops it up and gets it to her teammate.
Deanna Peckham marked that one. She goes short where she's got a couple of players, but the ball slips past them, and coming in again for Tars was Guthridge. She kicks high into the forward 50, and now ball on the ground. It's nicely picked up, and a quick hand pass back. Nikki Watts gets it over by hand, and she's back in the action again, but Wanderers working hard in defence, trying to get it out. And Chow up there laying the tackle now on O'Shea. The ball spills out, play on's the call. And there's a free kick been found out of this. It's going to go Maselli's way.
Lisa Maselli looking very dangerous early for Waratahs, as we would expect, Stu. But Wanderers defenders are working really hard early in this game.
Yeah, so Maselli will be kicking from about 35 metres out, which you'd normally trust her from there, but it's pretty heavy today.
Pretty heavy underfoot today, but beautiful kick off the boot.
Yeah, it's gone all the way to the line and just touched back there, and I think it was Jessica Fatnow working back and getting her hand to that one. So
yeah, good to see a few Cairns girls over for this game. There's been a good alignment with a few clubs in the past few seasons in Cairns, and a COVID-safe area to travel to, I suppose, between Darwin and Cairns, as we see Aggie Singh get tackled and the ball spills out there, gets back out to Lisa Roberts, and she's going to chuck it on the boot, but I think it looks like Wanderers will try and clear that out again.
Yeah, just spoiled each other, the two Wanderers players there, and Roberts in the action again, gets the hand pass clear, and now an opportunity. They hand passing in close, which isn't getting the ball out, and seeing them putting themselves under plenty of pressure. Quick comes out of defence, but bounces out inside the forward 50, so that'll be a boundary throw in.
Missy Friel been busy early for Wanderers, the granddaughter of the great Michael Flash Graham, an absolute superstar of NTFL footy, an AFL NT Hall of Famer, played for St Mary's and down in the Sandful, Stu. Good genes.
Absolutely, and Izzy Rapson, an opportunity, but it slips out of her hands, and now Roberts again gets on the end of the hand pass and kicks high into forward 50. Wanderers defence working overtime, just trying to stop the onslaught from Tars as hand pass comes out. A crowd calling for a throw, but play on's the call, and now an opportunity. Oh, off the outside of the boot, it's gone straight up in the air. It was Brie Martin again, but again there's a wrestle for the ball, and neither player giving an inch there, and Lauren O'Shea and Jessica Fatt now a wrestle, and it's
the crowd are getting right into it here, Stu.
Yeah,
there's a big crowd. The car park was full today over the road at Mindle Beach, so always a good turnout on Foundation Cup Day. Martin again trying to get it back out to Lisa Maselli. Another handball to Aggie Singh. She's going to chuck that on the boot. Oh, wow.
I think it's
what a
gone
goal.
all the way. Yep. Just cleared the players on the goal line, and some good work on the line there by Lauren O'Shea as well. But Maselli looming dangerous already.
Aggie Singh, just so exciting to watch. One of the best young talents. She spent a bit of time playing for Essendon in the VFLW. She's just got that X factor though, Stu, and we all love to watch her. So the score now, Waratah 3-3-21, leading Wanderers, one straight goal, 11-minute mark of the first quarter here at Gardens Oval.
Just waiting here for the restart. The centre circle and the square has been pushed over towards the outer side of the ground, trying to look after the surface a bit. But
hasn't Fat Nauna got great athletic? Like, look at her, that physique.
Yep.
Great.
And,
jump on her. Really exciting player for Wanderers. Good to watch in the ruck today. They're just trying to work out their 6-6-6.
Wanderers are just one short in the forward 50, so just waiting for that to get sorted.
Coaches today, Heidi Thompson for Waratah and Dave Totham for Wanderers. We just see the umpire. I think she might be giving an official warning there. So captains today, Lisa Roberts and Isabella Rapson for Waratah, and Sophia Mauboy, as we said, for Wanderers.
So from the restart, it's taken out of there by Zarafa. She hand passes across to Singh. Singh kicks long inside forward 50, just out of reach of all players down there, and it bounces a couple of times over the boundary line next to the behind post in the left forward pocket, and it'll be a boundary throw in deep in Waratah forward line again. So Wanderers immediately under pressure once again from that restart in the centre.
Lauren O'Shea putting her hand up in the ruck there for Waratah, and Selena Lloyd for Wanderers.
So it's Lloyd who picks up off the ground, kicks towards centre half back, but a strong contested mark taken by Kira Zarafa at centre half forward for Tars. She kicks the ball to the top of the goal square now. Brie Martin in front, just tapped it forward, and now Maselli's in there again, wrestling for the ball. She wins possession and then gets tackled with it, and again a stalemate and another ball up.
So coming up to the 13.5-minute mark of this first quarter. A couple of minutes left.
So hand pass out, Singh on the end of it again, off the outside of the boot, kicks towards goal, but she hasn't brought this one back far enough and just scrapes it through for a behind.
She's already kicked 2 goals today. I think she might just have a day out today, Stu, as this game continues.
Certainly shaping that way.
They're looking pretty fit, the Waratahs girls this year. Heidi Thompson's got a good blend of, age and youth and fitness. She's a very experienced coach, former NT Thunder women's coach.
So Selena Lloyd brings it in, and now Tars the opportunity to go forward again. A high kick to the top of the goal square. Lauren O'Shea. used all her experience there and just worked her opponent out of the way and made best position, took the mark, and then played on straight away and kicked the easiest of goals.
Yeah, beautiful. She's played in 7 grand finals and won 6 of them. So, as you said, very experienced player, Stu. She was on the Adelaide Crows AFLW list in their inaugural season back in 2017, and fantastic netballer she was before that. Multiple premiership player with Tracy Village, I think she played for TV. So, yeah, great athlete, and she's a great vice principal at my kids' school. So she's always got a big smile on her face, and the kids all love her there at Holy Family School. So the score now, Waratah 4-4-28 leading Wanderers. 1 straight goal at 15-minute mark of the first quarter.
Keep it wins the hit out, and it's Waratah again who gets the clearance by hand, but Wanderers the opportunity to advance the ball around the outer wing, but it's chopped off, and Tars bring it forward again. It's out into space at half forward left for Waratah. They managed to keep it in play. There's a whistle on the play here, and holding free kick is going to Tars once again. And into the centre corridor. Disciplined play by Tars. The players up the ground knew where the ball was going to go, and O'Shea on the end of that takes the mark and chips in short, and she finds Maselli about 20 metres out from goal, pretty much directly in front. So yeah,
Maselli caught Wanderers on their toes then. She turned around and provided that lead, and she'll take a shot on goal. It'll probably be 35 metres out by the time she kicks it.
So strong kick on the way, straight through the middle, no problems whatsoever, and yeah, she's a very reliable shot at goal. And,
a lefty, Stu.
Yeah.
Love the lefties. Right. So a second goal to Lisa Maselli sees that score go. Waratah 5-4-34, Wanderers 1 straight goal. That's 9 scoring shots to 1 already, Stu.
It is, and in the conditions to kick 5 goals in a quarter from Tars is pretty good going.
Sensational. Yeah, 2 to Lisa Maselli, 2 to Aggie Singh, and 1 to Lauren O'Shea, and unselfish there by Lauren O'Shea to give that pass off to Maselli to kick the goal.
So almost 17 minutes gone in this first quarter. Won't be too much time left, but an opportunity for a clearance and a quick goal if either side can work the ball that way. Malboy gets caught with the ball and penalised, and it'll be a Waratah free kick in the centre of the ground to Kira Zarafa. Zarafa just chips the ball out towards the edge of the centre square. Again, there's a wrestle for the ball on the ground, and good work by Tars to work the ball out of that scramble, and but unfortunately the possession wasn't clean, and it was Silvana Goldback-Eggett with a couple of efforts in there to get the ball out, but her teammates just couldn't take it cleanly and break away with it. So we'll have another stoppage and a restart. Ball on the ground there, and Henderson for Wanderers picks up but is tackled with the ball, and we'll have another go at the restart.
Emma Stark doing a very professional job there umpiring as Mulaney gets that kick out, but it's going to go across the line, and that'll be a Waratah free kick for the last touch rule, and Izzy Rapson will bring that in right in front of us in the grandstand.
Well, Izzy wants to bring it in, but the umpire's called for a boundary throw-in, but I think she might have forgotten the rule there. Yeah. And
Emma Stark doing a great job officiating today.
Of course, she doesn't only umpire women's footy, she's umpired men's Premier League, and so there's subtle rule changes between the grades, and so pretty easy to get confused at times. But Maselli takes a mark, kicks long into the forward line. It goes over the top of all players out there. O'Shea's in there for Tars, and Friel for Wanderers, just a bit quicker by foot, Friel, and managed to evade her Waratah opponent, kicked towards the outer side of the ground, half back. Ball slips over the back now, and Wanderers have got a couple of players in there if they can work it out. But Maselli comes in, picks up, throws it on the boot, kicks towards goal. It's bouncing across the face of goal, and just makes it over the boundary line for another boundary throw in.
And of course today, Stu, the teams are playing for the inaugural Women's Foundation Cup. They've played each other since 1987, but today they're playing for a cup, and the Chief Minister will be here to present that and the Best Player Awards at the end of the game, which is great.
It is fantastic. Of course, the men have played for the Foundation Cup for many years now, but women involved as well. So there's a free kick here to Wanderers. Gee, this quarter's going some time, Liz.
It is a long quarter, up to 19 and a half minutes, so can't be too much longer to go.
And Keevat on the end of that one took the mark, played on straight away. A great smother down there by Jessica Lloyd, but she's in the action again, and just ball slips out of her hand now. Gee, there's a pack of players around the ball. It's goes forward again, kicked off the ground there for Tars by Sarah Curry, and eventually through for a behind.
We've just ticked over the 20-minute mark of this quarter. The score now, Waratah 5-5-35, leading Wanderers one straight goal. As we see the Wanderers player bring that ball back in. No one on the mark.
And it's a good kick. Finds a teammate, Paige Holt, here at half-back. Holt looking further afield and keeps the ball close to the boundary. But again, Waratah have got numbers there, and looks like a holding free kick there will go to Jo Guthridge. And she's got the free kick about 60 metres out from goal. She chips the ball inside forward, 50 now. And ball off hands into the ground, and eventually the siren goes to end the first quarter. And so a pretty good start by Tars, 5 goals on the board, but the footy's been pretty good, Liz.
It has been 20 minutes and 45 seconds, Stu, that quarter went for. So, yeah, really exciting play. Aggie Singh, Lisa Maselli, Lauren O'Shea, Bree Martin, really busy, you know, all the usual suspects for Waratah. Malboy's been great for Wanderers, and Mishi Friel, and their only goal kicker so far at Zori. So we'll go to the quarter time break, and we'll be back for the second quarter very soon. Welcome back to Gardens Oval in Darwin for the second quarter of this round 15 game, the Foundation Cup between Waratah and Wanderers, and it's been a competitive game early, but it is Waratah who've got all the scoring on the board. 5-5-35 leading Wanderers, one straight goal. Stu, play back underway.
Yeah, Lisa Roberts in the familiar sweeping role at the centre bounce. She wins the clearance, and play is just towards the outer side of the ground, around from the scoreboard here at Gardens Oval. So a ball up to restart. Stephanie Fomakong doing the ruck work for Wanderers. She wins that hit out, but no clear ball out of there yet, but Tars work it by hand, and quick kick forward. Aggie Singh takes the mark, plays on straight away, kicks deep inside forward 50. The ball slips out the back. It's a foot race on as the ball runs towards the line, but beats all comers and through for a behind.
Score now, Waratah 5-6-36, leading Wanderers one straight goal. Aggie Singh looking dangerous again early in this second quarter, Stu.
Yeah, certainly is. Just got that turn of speed and backs herself, which is fantastic. But now an opportunity. Martin hand passes over the top to Kiewit. Kiewit running in towards goal, keeps it low. There's no one on the goal line, and that's a good finish by young Annabelle Kiewit.
Yeah, she deserved that goal. She ran in and put the pressure on the player kicking in and caused the turnover. So a goal to Annabelle Kiewit, another player that was in the rep team on Saturday night, Stu.
Yeah, it was fantastic that there were so many young players in that side, Liz, and just an opportunity for them to get a feel of what it's like against interstate opposition, and yeah, just to represent their territory at such a young age, it's just fantastic for them.
Yeah, Kiewit claimed the under-15 girls best and fairest. Sharon Smith medal in her first season at TARS in 2019-20, so she's stepped up to seniors now and already got herself a rep jumper. Good effort.
So TARS again with the clearance, and ball at half forward, but some good work along there. Good hands out by Maddie Colhoun, and Wanderers bring it round the outer side, but it's chopped off by Rapson this time. She marks and plays on straight away. She's got some players in some space out wide. Maselli again on the end of it, and she's got Roberts all by herself in the corridor. Takes a mark, strolls off, kicks towards goal. No mistake from Lisa Roberts, straight through the middle. So just a little bit loose in defence, Wanderers then, and TARS exposed them and made them pay for it.
Yeah, it was Robbo's birthday this week, so big happy birthday to Robbo. She's a stalwart of Waratah's footy club and also of the NTFL. She's been captain, she's been coach, she's been everything. Best and fairest, league best and fairest. You know, it's one of the long be remembered as one of the greats of NTFL footy if she ever retires. I won't say when. So she's still got it. The score now, Waratah 7-6-48, leading Wanderers one straight goal. Lisa Roberts kicking that one.
Yeah, she just knows how to get into the right positions, reads the play well, and yeah, often she's the one that the ball goes straight to behind the play and in front of the play that time. But Wanderers have won the clearance this time and worked it down towards half forward. But off the boot there of Isabella Bellamo, but ball stayed in play. There's a free kick been found, and it's going to Bronte Gaynor on the outer side for TARS. She kicks the ball along the boundary line, and Aggie Singh marks the ball in front pretty much uncontested. She's looking to move the ball on quickly now, and that's a great kick, and finds Maselli down there just forward of the wing. She wheels around and kicks deep inside forward 50, and a great kick and a great mark, and that's
Kiewit again, making it look easy.
Yep.
Taking that mark on the chest.
Oh, that's a great kick going forward, and terrific work by Waratah then. That was just a penetrating kick from Kiewit. Got over the top of all the players who were expecting it to fall a bit shorter, and who slapped it land in?
Just trying to work out when she turns around and we see the number on the back. But yeah, as you said, some great work there by Waratah. Their kicking's been super impressive today, Stu, really hitting their targets, and
I think it might have been Joe Guthridge.
Yeah, it looks like another goal. So the score now 8-6-54. Waratah leading Wanderers one straight goal in the second quarter here at Gardens Oval. You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 2021-22, don't know what year it is, TIO NTFL competition.
So from the back of the centre square, Waratah working the ball through Rapson. She gave the hand pass, received it back, and now kicks long. Sing on the end of that one. She's hurt her fingers in the marking contest there, and just hit on the end of the fingers. I think that can be painful any day, but when the ball's a bit heavier.
Oh yeah, that stings. Don't miss those days of busted up fingers. I've still got bent fingers from football and netball. And the umpire will throw it in under the Mindle Beach Casino Resort scoreboard over there. Beautiful oval here at Gardens Oval near Mindle Beach. Aggie Singh getting the ball yet again, trying to get it into the forward line for her team, but there's going to be a scramble on there for the ball.
So again, a wrestle for the ball, and umpire Emma Stark comes in and will ball it up again just outside forward 50 for Waratah. And
speaking of Emma Stark, you were saying what a great umpire she was before Stu. She's also a great player and was in the training squad for the rep side, so at a young age doing great things. Watch this space.
Yeah. So Guthridge again with the free kick, gets it out in front of Maselli. She wheels around, kicks the ball to the top of the goal square. Bree Martin traps it beautifully, hooks her over the shoulder, but just didn't bring it back far enough. And her behind again.
Had a few pings at the goals today, Geezer, but hasn't quite got one. Sensational fisherwoman she is. I'll give her a rap. They love fishing, a lot of the TARS girls. I've been fortunate enough to go on a fishing trip with them. And yeah, Geezer's right up there. So going to be a turnover here from the Wanderers kick in.
Chelsea Adams was the one that chopped it off, but then she gave away the free kick just a bit overzealous on the second attempt. So it's a Wanderers free kick about 20 metres out from their defensive goal.
Looks like Missy Friel again.
Yeah.
She's worked really hard for her team today. Good player, formerly of St Mary's Footy Club. Got family ties at Wanderers as well. Mullaney there with a good mark with a slippery ball.
So Mullaney plays on now. Looks to bring the ball back inside the corridor, but picked up on the ground nicely, and hand pass comes out now. Wanderers just a few in-close hand passes until eventually Mullaney kicks forward, but there's plenty of open space down there, but O'Hara's read it best. She rebounded it back into the centre of the ground, but it's all Wanderers in there, and Mullaney again kicks the ball inside forward 50. Well, the pressure's on down there, and now an opportunity for Wanderers running back onto the ball. Is Zuri again has a shot at goal. I think she's got it again.
Yeah, great effort there.
Fantastic effort once again, and that was a great finish from a tight angle under pressure. So yeah, Zuri a second goal for Wanderers, and proving to be a real opportunist up forward.
Yeah, I think she was looking around for a bit of assistance, and all she could see was Waratah's players. So sensational goal there for Wanderers, second of the day. The score now Waratah 8-7-55, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter here at Gardens Oval.
Yeah, great work there by Rachita Atsuri. Just kept her feet in the contest. That's what gave her the advantage.
Yeah.
And she got the ball first.
And a player missing today, Jamila Totham for Wanderers Stew.
Yeah,
remiss if we didn't mention her. She's been sensational this season. Had a breakout season in the senior competition. Mullaney tackled there. But yeah, Jamila played in that rep game on Saturday night and was sensational. Covered in mud there at the middle.
Kicks straight down the ground. Aggie Singh on the end of it, spilt the mark, but picks up now, plays on, kicks the ball inside forward 50. It's into a bit of space. O'Shea running onto it, just pushes her opponent out of the way, tried to kick off the ground and had an air shot, and now the ball close to the line, and in fact I think it's been forced into the behind post is what the goal umpire's calling, so it'll be a boundary throw in.
Boundary throw in.
So yeah, some good defensive pressure down there by Wanderers, but an opportunity here for TARS, you would think, with the stoppage deep in the forward line.
And if you've got time, jump on the Waratah Footy Club Facebook page. There's a really great description of the jumper that they're wearing today by Sharona Bishop, who's also out there playing, and some really special meaning behind it as we see that ball go through. Nikki's kicked it off the, sorry, Joe Guthridge kicked it off the ground. She's kicked one this quarter.
Just into the post that time, unfortunately, for Joe and for Tars, and Wanderers will try to settle again and work their way out of defence, going the outer side of the ground this time. It's a good kick, and Mark's just spilt, but good recovery work, and now they bring the ball round in front of the grandstand where Malboy's taken the mark in front of the scoreboard, and she chips the ball inside the centre square, and now an opportunity with some runners on the outside here who've got a bit of space, and it's Friel who picks it up. She trudges along this wing and kicks the ball out in front of her teammate at half forward here, but picking up now and hand passing forward down there was Atsuri again. And Mulaney's involved as well. Friel's back in the action over the ball now. She's being held while she's trying to pick it up. Atsuri picks up and gets a quick kick inside towards centre half back, but picked up down there by Raps and Fatars. She clears the ball, but there's plenty of Wanderers players down here, and the opportunity to pump it back in, and that was Beck Marshall. But Rapson read it best and took a nice mark overhead out in front. Izzy Rapson now switching the ball to the grandstand side where Lisa Roberts is in a bit of space. She takes the mark, and she's looking to advance the ball close to the boundary line again. Maselli in some space out here takes the mark and runs on straight away around the boundary line. Kicks deep inside forward 50.
Great
She's got a couple of players, and the mark taken over the back by Guthridge. She hands it off to Martin. Martin has a snap at goal. Just falls short and forced through for a behind. But great build up there by Waratah. Good use of the ball in these conditions. And just the final kick didn't get the finish that they were looking for.
Yeah, just great from the back line, Izzy Rapson. The kicks hit the target all the way down the ground. The usual suspects involved, Lisa Roberts, Lisa Maselli. So just some really classy football by Waratah. They just couldn't finish it off.
So the ball out at centre half forward for Tars. It's picked up by Roberts down there. She's tackled, gets a hand pass out, and play on's the call. And now another opportunity, but stripped of the ball there. Holding the ball was Sarah Curry as she tried to break the tackle.
Buffy Angel with the great tackle there, but her kick's been turned over and marked by none other than Sharona Bishop.
She switches the ball to the outer side of the ground where Izzy Rapson's made some space. She marks and plays on straight away. Goes wider again around the outer side, right in front of the scoreboard out there on the Botanic Garden side of the ground, and Keevan on the end of it gets a long kick forward looking for Maselli down there. It's just gone out of over her head, and she couldn't keep it in play, unfortunately, for Tars, and it bounced out of bounds in the right forward pocket, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
I think someone needs to man up Maselli. She's had a bit of a free run at the moment. I haven't seen anyone within 15 metres of her, Stu.
No, she's been really busy, and been free a lot of the time. There she is again. She's under some pressure this time as she gets the clear and kick. That's beautifully taken down there by Selena Lloyd, and she runs the ball out of defence, kicks down to the advantage here of Beck Marshall, but in fact it was Buffy Angel, but Angel's in there again. She's caught with the ball. It spills out now, and over it for Tars with Zarafa. She couldn't control it, and ball's just inching forward for Wanderers, but quick kick back for Tars, and now Wanderers again with an opportunity. Angel has paid that mark. Kick probably went about 5 metres, Liz, but
Angel, a famous name at the Wanderers Footy Club, and she's the auntie of Jamila Toddam and Marcus Toddam that will probably play later today in the men's, I think. So, yeah, good touch player, Buffy, as well. So coming up to the 14-minute mark of this second quarter here at Gardens Oval. The score still 8-9, 57. Waratah leading Wanderers 2 straight goals.
So the boundary throwing, neither ruck player really wanted it. I think
it sort of went over the top.
Went over their head. And the other players
Everyone else knows they can't touch it. So Aggie Singh pushing the ball out in front of her. She twists and turns, trying to get through traffic, but drops the ball, and the umpire correctly
Yep.
Pays a free kick to Wanderers. Some good pressure there.
Yeah, good
by the
tackle there.
Muckmucks.
Mandy Colquhoun with that tackle. Just grabbed the jumper of Singh and the ball spilled out. So good defensive pressure. She kicks over the top of the players waiting for the ball down here in front of the grandstand. Roberts is first there. She picks it up out of the puddle and hooks the ball over her shoulder going forward. But again, good marks taken by Maddie Colquhoun for Wanderers.
The ball now along the wing. It's just an absolute mud bath out there, but the ball has come out to Lisa Roberts. There's been a free kick paid, and it will go to Waratah. Looks like Izzy Rapson will take that. No, she's indicating it needs to go to someone else.
Sorry, Liz.
That's all right.
Dropped my water bottle halfway down the grandstand there.
Looks like Goldback Eggett will take that kick, and Bree Martin underneath it for Waratah, as we call her, Geezer. So Waratah, that's going to go out of bounds on the fall, and it'll be a Wanderers free kick right in front of the Waratah interchange bench.
So it's Beck Marshall with a free kick, no one on the mark. She plays on down the wing here, looking there for Elspeth Varley, but the ball just fell short of her and she couldn't take the mark. Now a chance for Marshall again, but the ball slips through her hands and then through her legs and over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in.
A sea of red and white in front of us, all the senior players watching on. They play in the next game, and it'll be Simon Bates' 150th game for Wanderers. Batesy is a stalwart of the Muck, so congratulations to him. Big afternoon of footy here at Gardens Oval.
Yep, always a good day here at Gardens, and a really important game, that senior men's game.
It is.
As far as the make-up going into finals is concerned, so both teams looking to win and consolidate their top three spots. But the ball out towards the wing here. Sharona Roberts runs onto it and just ran the ball out of bounds. I don't think she agrees with the boundary umpire this time, but she's disagreeing with a smile on her face, as usual. Great
person, Sharona.
Yep.
Always smiling. From a little town outside of Timber Creek.
Yep. So ball on the ground from that boundary throw in, and again it's Zarafa doing some good work for Tars. Malboy comes in and chops this one off. It just trickles over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in once again. So right in front of the grandstand here. Hit out goes to the advantage of Tars. Roberts around the back, hooks the ball forward. Singh's making position down there, but strong in front was Letitia Lloyd, and she earned herself a free kick. So good work there, standing strong underneath the fall of the ball.
Yeah, I think everyone's getting a bit tired out there, looking forward to the halftime siren. It's become a bit of a stalemate late in this second quarter. Buffy Angel with the kick, and kicks in to the man on the mark, and that's going to go over the line. So some good defensive work there by Roberts for Waratah.
Yeah, Brittany Roberts that was, and yeah,
there's just a few Robertses out there today.
Aware on the mark there as the play on call came and made the smother. So yeah, good work, and boundary throw in again. The wrestle for the ball on the ground, and it's Paige Holt who wrests it out of there, but now it's Tars with a chance to go forward through Chelsea Adams. Picked up there by Martin. Hand passes beautifully to Maselli, running past. Maselli kicks long down towards the goal square. O'Shea's involved, gets a hand pass back, but it's not O'Shea. It was Guthridge, in fact, and there's a free kick being found here, and it's going to go to Guthridge. So she'll take the free kick from about 10 metres out. It's a bit of an angle. She's looking around. She's looking to chip a pass across. A couple of loose players there. That's pretty poor defensive work by Wanderers, and Bronte Gaynor gets on the end of it and takes the mark. No closer, but a lot better angle, and kicks on the way, and looks like no problem whatsoever. Straight through for another goal to Tars late in this second quarter.
Yeah, so a goal to Bronte Gaynor. She becomes Waratah's 7th goal kicker for today. The score now, Waratah 9-9-63, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals. Some unselfish play there by Waratah's teammate Jo Guthridge, who probably could have kicked the goal from where she was, Stu, but sharing it around. So coming up to the 19.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Yeah, she was never confident about taking the kick for goal, but she was pretty confident about her pass. And as we said, there was a choice of 2 players there, and Wanderers just not picking those players up. So a pretty easy goal in the end. So yeah, the margin's blown out here. These two teams played only a couple of rounds ago in the last game before Christmas, and Tars won by 30 points on that occasion. So it was a pretty good contest. But Aggie Singh tries to take it on, gets tackled, should have been penalised, but play on's the call, and now
free kick to Wanderers. There you go. As the siren sounds for half-time here at Gardens Oval for round 15, this Foundation Cup game between Waratah and Wanderers. It is Waratah leading 9-9-63, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals. We'll take a break for half-time and be back very soon. welcome back to Gardens Oval for the second half of this round 15 clash between Waratah and Wanderers in the 2021-22 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League competition. Liz Cruz and Stu Davis in the commentary box for this Foundation Cup game. It's been all Waratah so far. The score 9-9-63, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals as we hear the siren again to get us underway for the second half, Stu.
Yep, it's Wanderers with the first hit out, but no clearance for them as the ball on the ground. Down over it is Fatnower for Wanderers, and they work it down towards half forward now, but slips out the back where Sharona Bishop read it best. It swings back round and kicks it inside back towards the centre of the ground where Lauren O'Shea is in the contest. Gets a hand pass back to Bishop again. She picks up now hand passes out wide and a couple of hand passes, and Lisa Roberts on the end of that one drives it down towards half forward. Some strong body work down there by Malboy over the ball against her opponent Nikki Watson. Now tackles her, but ball can't come out, and it'll be a ball up just forward of centre for Waratah.
Been a wet old day, Stu, but just looking at the radar, it looks like we might get a bit of dry weather for the next hour or so, which is good, and finish this game off. And of course there'll be some presentations at the end of the game. A good mark there by Buffy Angel, I think it is, in the back line for Wanderers.
And she's got some players loose out here, and she finds one of them, Letitia Lloyd, and Lloyd advances the ball down here now to Fatnower. She takes a mark, plays on straight away down towards half forward, and this is a good passage of play by Wanderers as the mark's taken here by Shania Henderson. She hands it back to Fatnower, who was under a bit of pressure in the end when she had to kick, and scrubbed it inside forward 50. Fighting hard on the ground for the ball is Jacinta Friel, and gets it out again to Henderson again, and that's a good kick across here with a shot at goal from Fromacong, but unfortunately for Wanderers, that one's just drifted wide and out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, another one from Cairns. She plays for the Cairns City Lions over there. As we said, there's a few Cairns girls here today as we see that ball go over the line out there near the scoreboard, but yeah, as we said, there's been quite a number of girls come across from Cairns this season, which has really strengthened the competition. And likewise, there's a few of them that go back and play in Cairns. Amy Chiddick's one, Letitia Jeffrey, Jem Iacono during the NTFL off-season.
Be good to be a professional footballer, wouldn't it, Liz?
Yeah, it would. Weekends in Cairns. Beautiful place, Cairns. Bree Martin taking the mark there. Quick hands out to Aggie Singh, who chucks it on the boot. A one-on-one contest there. Keevit going hard against the ball. Looks like it's going to be dragged in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a good player, isn't she, Keevit? She's young, but she's strong in the contest and has a real crack. And
great tackle there, second effort. Maselli's going to get it out. Play on, says the umpire. And guess what, Stu? Another goal.
Silly again, yeah. Gee, they're pretty lethal up forward. They're going to be hard to beat going for the rest of the season going forward. Yeah. You would think they've just pulled their side together and playing some great football at the right time of year.
They sure are, and Coach Heidi Thompson's pulling an awesome team together. I'm going to give a shout out to her wife Megan White, who ran across the ground in the mud. She's doing the scoreboard, doing a great job over there. She plays in the reserves who play later on today. There's been football here at Gardens Oval since 8:30 this morning, Stu, so big day of footy here, starting with the women's reserves. And yeah, Waratah still leading 10-9-69 to Wanderers, 2 straight goals, 3.5 minute mark of this third quarter.
So from the restart, strong tackle there, but illegal one, and it'll be a free kick to Nikki Watts for Tars.
Nikki Watts, very fit. She's an F45 instructor, but that ball's come off the boot and gone straight to Mullaney for Wanderers.
So good intercept mark by Mullaney. She kicks the ball down here on the wing in front of us. A good tackle and the ball spills free, and holding the ball's been called, so rewarded for that tackle for Tars was Goldback Eggett, and she'll take the free kick right in front of us here in the grandstand. She plays on now, kicks long towards half forward. Malboy chipping across in front, got her hands to the ball and then recovered well, picked up on the bounce and drove the ball back forward again. Sharona Bishop trying to burst through there. Just had the jumper tag, but managed to get the hand pass away to her teammate Parnas. And now Tars an opportunity at half forward again through Watts, and she's found O'Shea running forward. Hand passes it off to Maselli, and Maselli bangs it through for another goal. And yeah, I think if you're in that forward line and Maselli was free, you'd hand it off to her every time, Liz.
Absolutely, she is deadly accurate. So a fourth goal to Lisa Maselli. The score now, Waratah 11-9, 75 to Wanderers, 2 straight goals, and just some great link-up play there by Waratah Stu, Nikki Watts to Lauren O'Shea, who had the foresight to play on really quickly and get that ball to Lisa Maselli to finish off truly. And
great running by O'Shea, because she was involved in the contest just in front of us and made her way down to half forward to get on the end of it. So
yeah, Lauren loves, a lot of the Waratahs girls, they love doing like triathlons and, you know, all those fun things on a Sunday when most of us are still in bed. But they're all very good friends at the Waratahs Footy Club, and they do a lot of training away from footy together as well. So very fit as we see that ball spill out. Aggie Singh picking it up again, but there's going to be a free kick to Wanderers. Good decision there by the young umpire, Josh Cooper.
Yep, and it's Olympia Mullaney, is it, with the free kick?
Olympia, she's been really solid today, worked really hard for her team. I remember going away on a under-15 trip with her, kickstarting All Nations a number of years ago now, so she's played for Wanderers for a long time, coming through the juniors.
So Lisa Roberts, again, as we expect, positioned herself behind the play, got the kick forward. It's a strong tackle, but it was a high tackle, and it's going to be Kiewit who'll take that free kick. Just continues to impress Annabelle Kiewit, and she plays on now around the grandstand side of the ground, but that's not her best directed kick, and it's chopped off at half back by Buffy Angel. She tries to get the ball back inside the corridor, but good work there by Zarafa. Just chopped it off. The ball's loose on the ground now, trying to tap it out. It was Varley for Wanderers. Kiewit again running through, hand passes out in front of herself, follows up, tries to pick it up, gets a toe to it instead, and keeps advancing the ball inside forward 50 now. Oh, good pick up in hands, and good hands again, and Bree Martin just hooks it around the corner. Working back there for Wanderers is Angel. She's up against O'Shea. O'Shea just bundles her out of the way and then picks the ball up, but she's tackled as well. Now over the ball for Tars was Watts, and eventually there's a holding the ball free kick, and it'll be a Wanderers free kick with an opportunity to relieve the pressure down there, and it's Selena Lloyd who'll take that free kick.
Lauren O'Shea standing on the mark, just waiting for that ball to come back. Facing the wrong way.
Yeah, having a chat with young Josh Cooper, I think, but Mark just spilt there as Nikki Watts chipped in trying to take the intercept mark, but Lisa Roberts tidies up, picks up the ball, but there's a free kick off the ball, and it's going to go Waratah's way here.
Well, Robbo handballed to herself there.
Yeah.
Slippery ball today.
So it's Chelsea Adams who'll take this free kick. Just waiting for the ball to get back to her now. So she's just outside the forward 50. She hand passes off to Lisa Roberts standing right next to her, and Roberts hooks the ball back towards the corridor.
Coming.
She was coming, but had a couple of opponents in front of her. The ball spills out the back now, and Malboy picks up, drives the ball out of defence and now out into some space. There's an opportunity there for Friel for Wanderers, but just tried to kick it off the ground, but in the mud pile couldn't get it far, and Tars have the opportunity to come back inside 50 now. Brianna Martin against a couple of Wanderers opponents there, keeping her feet, does well, picks the ball up eventually, gets the hand pass out to Maselli. Maselli hooks it around. O'Shea's on the end of this one, but just couldn't take the mark. But great work out there by Brianna Martin against a number of Wanderers opponents, and just kept her feet, kept her eye on the ball, and worked it out for it to her teammate. So a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Tars at the city end of the ground.
So 9-minute mark of this third quarter, Stu, and a bit more contested this quarter so far.
Yep, so good work there by Mullaney to pick up and clear for Wanderers. The ball's on the ground at half-back for Wanderers. Picked up here by Angel. Her kick's smothered. And a quick kick forward again by Watts. Out in some space there for Waratahs is Joe Guthridge again. She picks it up, kicks towards goal, and that one's gone through. So after some really strong defence by Wanderers under plenty of pressure, eventually weight of number of forward entries played against him, and it was a good finish by Joe Guthridge.
Yeah, that's her second goal for today. She's been really damaging, actually, in the forward line. She's given off a goal as well to her teammate in Gaynor in that second quarter, and yeah, she's been a great team player today for Waratah. So the score now is Waratah 12-9-81, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals. 10-minute mark of the third quarter here at Gardens Oval. You're watching AFL&T's coverage of the 2021-22 TIO NTFL season Foundation Cup. Another day in paradise here at Gardens Oval, Stu.
Yeah.
That mud in the middle.
Yeah, you mentioned looks like there won't be any more rain for this game, but the ground's pretty wet anyway, so it's going to be difficult conditions for the rest of this game and the next game, but the footy's still pretty good.
I've been super impressed with Waratah's efficiency foot by foot today. Their kicking's been sensational. You can tell they've really trained as a team together. Heidi Thompson's got them ticking along quite nicely.
Aggie Singh fighting for the ball on the ground down there. Eventually it comes out. Sing's on the end of it again, but just trying to control. Around the back if you don't mind. And kicks comes forward.
Oh, that'll be kicking in danger for Bree Martin. So there's that temptation on a wet day to kick that ball off the ground, but a Wanderers free kick, and rightly so.
Selena Lloyd it was, and she chips it out in front of the light tower on the outer side at half-back. Wanderers keeping it close to the boundary line, and Mullaney keeps it in play, hooks the ball round, advances it down towards the centre wing, picked up by Friel down there, and she kicks the ball forward, but Izzy Rapson's read that one best and chops it off for Tars. She's plays on inside the corridor, finds Bishop on the lead out in some space. She strolls off now, and that's a beautiful kick forward, finding her teammate Aggie Singh. Singh plays on straight away. That's not her best effort, and she stumped that one out of bounds on the full, about 20 metres around from the behind post.
Yeah, beautiful by Sharona Bishop. There's so much class and composure. A senior player in this team, and really directing the play. She's going to put a bit of pressure on that kick in too, by the looks.
Yep, but a good mark taken by Michelle Friel. She plays on, kicks it down the wing, but Tars look like they have the number advantage here, but fighting hard for it for Wanderers was Fatnawa. Hand pass comes out into some space, just towed off the ground down there by Parnas for Waratah, and now a quick kick forward by Goldback Eggett, but this time it's chopped off again by Mullaney for Wanderers. She kicks the ball down here. Fatnawa in the contest just couldn't take the mark, in fact, and now the ball spills out, and a free kick's been found, and it's a Wanderers free kick once again.
We're really impressed with Mullaney today.
Yeah, she's been terrific.
All day. She's definitely in her team's best.
And this time, though, just trying to find her teammate Atsuri, but just too wide for her, and it floated out of bounds on the full in front of the grandstand here. So it's Joe Guthridge to take the free kick. She just kicks it high, close to the boundary line. Aggie Singh was under that, almost completed the mark, just spilled out at the last moment, and play on's the call. Ball still on the ground. Nice work in there by Elspeth Varley. Got a quick kick out, but reading it best was Teresa Parnas takes the mark. She kicks the ball inside forward 50 now, and Maselli running onto it, an opportunity. She fights her teammate for it, tries to wheel round and kick, but was met pretty solidly. Sharona Bishop picks up, throws it on the boot, kicks it forward, and the mark's taken down there by Annabelle Keevat once again, and if she's not doing the work in the ruck, she's doing it deep in the forward line, and now an opportunity once again for Kiewit to score again, and again she's kept it low, but just got it over the hands of the players on the goal line and through for another goal.
Yeah, her second of the day, Annabelle Kiewit. Low, doesn't matter though, as long as it goes through the big sticks, Stu. So Waratah 13-9, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals. 12, and I was standing with a group of friends after the game, at the Rip game on Saturday night. It was Heidi Thompson, actually, the coach of Waratah, and Annabelle Kiewit's dad came up and he was saying to Heidi how impressed he was that all the senior girls got around Annabelle in the game, at the Rep game, and they sort of went straight over to her at the start and how much she loved being a part of it. So that kind of experience is just going to give the junior talent, you know, so much confidence now going back into the NTFL competition. There were a number of juniors that played on Saturday night and played so well.
Well, and that's certainly been evidence today. She's playing with heaps of confidence today, and almost the best player on the ground, I would have thought. But here's an opportunity for Wanderers again on the outer side. The hand pass is hooked over by Colquhoun out into some space, but no one can take it cleanly down there. Fatnow working hard on the ground, and now O'Shea, there's a bit of a boot in there. Play on's a call. No, it's not. It's a free kick for kicking in danger. And it's Lauren O'Shea who'll take that free kick just backward of centre. To
the bench for a break for the three-quarter time. Ball out on the far wing.
It's picked up out there by Zarafa. She advances the ball around. Maselli under that uses strength well to get rid of her opponent, but then just couldn't hold on to the mark. The ball's being held to Martin there. Maselli involved again, laying the tackle. Again, the ball's not coming out, and it'll be a ball up.
And the sun's out,
forward. Yeah.
The sun is out, so
I'm sure the players are loving that.
I might have a dry men's game after this, after such a wet morning. It looks like it's all up off the top, headed towards the Tiwi Islands now. So hello to everyone on the Tiwi Islands if you're watching. So we miss you guys.
We do. They're doing it tough over there, Liz.
Can't come in with COVID, but we send you all a big hello. I think the mark is, I think the ball's going to go back, to Maselli.
Yeah, it has to go back over the mark, Maselli. So 16.5 minutes into the third quarter here, and Maselli's kicking from just outside 50. That's not her best kick, but it gets past a few defenders, and an opportunity here. Bishop running onto it, just couldn't control it. Singh trying to pick it up, fighting hard on the ground. Again for Wanderers was Fatnow, and just held up another opportunity for Tars there, and she's been good today, Liz, for Wanderers.
Oh, she sure has. It's been a real team effort by Waratah though, and you can see that on the scoreboard. But yeah, Wanderers haven't, you know, they're certainly getting beaten, but they haven't stopped trying all game.
Oh, terrific work again by Fatnow. Got the clearing kick and then followed up her work and trapped the ball, got it back to a teammate, and free kicks been paid here, and an opportunity for Wanderers to settle things down. I think it's Selena Lloyd back there. She's looking for Fatnow around the outer side of the ground, gets her hands to the ball in the marking contest, couldn't hold on, but followed up, was first there, but she's swamped by a couple of Waratah opponents. Some good work coming out of there again by Zarafa, but this time her kick's astray. Couldn't find a teammate, and in fact went over the boundary line and out on the full.
So 18-minute mark of this third quarter. So we've had some long quarters today. The first one went over 20 minutes. But probably the lowest scoring quarter so far in this one, Stu. Just the three
just about,
goals.
Yeah, 4 I think. But
4, can't count. Yeah, you're right, 4 goals to Waratah.
So Roberts on the end of this one, but Sharona Bishop, on the end of it, but had a shot at goal, but couldn't bring it back far enough and threw for a behind. So
had a good quarter.
Another kick in. She has. I think she started the game in defence and she's been moved forward. So right in the action in this quarter.
Yeah, good opportunity for Heidi Thompson. They are leading by so much to try players in a few positions, give a few people a rest. Maybe some heavy legs out there playing in a wet game. Lauren O'Shea again with the mark. She's eyes up looking for Sharona.
But Aggie Singh will do. She snaps around the corner. Spilt the mark, but recovered well, snapped around the corner, and a quality finish once again by Aggie Singh.
Yeah, Aggie's third goal for today. She's just an outstanding talent, a prodigious talent, I would call her. So she's kicked 3 goals today. Lisa Maselli has kicked 4. Annabelle Keevett and Jo Guthridge with 2. Lauren O'Shea, Lisa Roberts and Bronte Gaynor with 1. The score now, Waratah 14-10-94, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals. And as we said, a real team effort by Waratah today. Lauren O'Shea, some really clever play to get that into her teammates then, Stu.
Yeah, really impressive Waratah, and look forward to seeing them up against some of the sides at the top of the table. We know that they had a good win against Buffett's last game, and yeah, really one of the form sides of the competition at the moment.
Yeah, and that game last week, the week before, between Southern Districts and Nightcliff, you know, first played 6th, was decided in the last few minutes with a goal. Aggie Singh looking dangerous again here, chucking it on the boot, getting it into the forward line.
Well, Mark just couldn't be taken there. Sharona Bishop runs onto it now. The ball's out in front of her. She picks up, gets tackled, but slips the hand pass out. And there's a siren on the play here. I think it's going to be a free kick to Bishop. Yeah, I think she might have got slung after she got rid of the ball, and
might be a bit out of her distance.
Yeah, but
yeah, she does have the free kick, so we'll see what happens. The score at the moment, Waratah 14-10-94, leading Wanderers 2 straight goals at 3/4 time.
Sorry, Sharona, but I have no expectation here. There's about 12 players on the goal line.
Stu, she proves you wrong.
A good effort. Got it to the goal square, but no score.
So 3/4 time here at Gardens Oval. This Foundation Cup game between Waratah and Wanderers. We'll be back for the final quarter after this break. Welcome back to Gardens Oval for the final quarter of this round 15 Foundation Cup game between Waratah and Waratah and Wanderers. It is Waratah leading 14-10-94 to Wanderers 2 straight goals. They've been super impressive today at the right end of the season, Stu, the Waratah women, and on their home ground they always love playing in front of their home crowd.
They do, and it's a great venue, and they play it well, and they've, as you said, been really impressive and just setting themselves up nicely for the last couple of rounds of the season and going into finals, you would think. Yeah,
they've had 7 goal kickers today, and it's Lisa Maselli who's kicked 4, and the very exciting Jenna Singh, Aggie Singh as we call her, who's kicked 3. Plays back underway for the final quarter.
Wanderers the opportunity to get the first clearance, and again, it's Maloney for Wanderers, but just couldn't get that kick forward, and now they're trying to work it out in tight, but the pressure was too much, and Waratah had the opportunity, and it's a high tackle here, and Tars will take the free kick in the middle of the ground, and that's Bronte Gaynor. She looks to switch the ball to the grandstand side into a bit of open space. Brianna Martin on the end of that picks up, chips the ball forward, and again finding space is Nikki Watts for Tars. She plays on straight away, kicks in towards the top of the goal square.
What a kick by Watts.
Straight into the hands of Maselli once again.
Beautiful kick there. Maselli should go back and slot this for her 5th goal of the day.
Yeah, again a good build-up for Tars. Just work the ball to the loose players around this side of the ground, and Maselli from 15 metres out, no problem at all for her, and chips it straight through the middle. So Tars continue on early in this final quarter, and as you said, Maselli really impressive, kicks her 5th goal, and always dangerous up forward, but particularly here at Gardens Oval.
She sure is. 5 today. She kicked 3 on Saturday night for the NTFL rep side in a super game. She was in the best in that side as well. So the score now, Waratah 15-10-100 lead Wanderers 2 straight goals. 12, of course, today. There'll be the women's inaugural Foundation Cup presented post-game by the Chief Minister, and there'll be a commemorative medal to the player judged as best on for both teams, which the coaches will determine. So be interesting to see who that goes to at the end of the game, Stu.
It will be, and there's a number of contenders, obviously, but chances are it'll be a Waratah player. But Aggie Singh breaks free, kicks down towards goal. It skids along the ground over the back of the pack and through for a behind. So Tars peppering the goals, and Wanderers seem to be having to try to work the ball forward from deep in defence regularly.
Score now, Waratah 15-11-101 leading Wanderers 2 straight goals as they bring that ball in.
So well read there by Maselli, just running backwards, and called the play on. Just slipping over was Nikki Watts in there, and that gave Wanderers the opportunity to work the ball out of the defence. That's good work through the hands, and Deanna Peckham kicks it straight down the middle of the ground, but Lisa Roberts was there, just spilt the mark on the second attempt, and now the ball's gone forward. There's a whistle on the play, a free kick after disposal, I think. So it'll be a Wanderers free kick here, and it's Maddie Colquhoun who'll take that free kick. Just backward of centre for Wanderers. She's got a spare player here in Shania Henderson. Got her hands to the ball, couldn't take the mark, and now the Waratah players swarm around as Roberts gets a hand pass over there to Adams, and Singh working hard again on the ground, tried to hand pass back to Adams. It was chopped off, and now Wanderers the opportunity, but that kick smothered, hooked out the back, and a free kick's been found for kicking in danger here, and it'll be Chelsea Adams, I think, who'll take that free kick for Waratah.
As you said earlier, Stu, great to see our young umpires out there in green doing a sensational job. Emma Stark and Josh Cooper today. A good mark there was paid by Michelle Friel again. She was really good for her team today.
Kicks the ball forward, and Colquhoun out there. Good hand pass inboard. Finds Henderson. Henderson plays on down towards half forward. Out in front for Tars as Brittany Roberts read the ball well and picked up, cleared to the outer side. And Aggie Singh's on the end of this one again. She plays on around the boundary line looking for Bishop down there. Bishop waits for it, takes the mark, and now has the opportunity to play on, runs inside forward 50, chips it over the top. Maselli was there but couldn't take control. She's still involved in the action here. Lays the tackle as the hand pass comes out. Working hard on the ground is Colquhoun for Wanderers, but eventually it's Maselli who picks up. She's tackled and the ball spills out. Lloyd gets a quick kick forward, but that's smothered as well, and eventually some tired bodies collapse on top of the ball, and we'll have a ball up about 15 metres out from the Waratah goal.
Well done to the Wanderers defenders there. Maselli looked like she was off a couple of times, and Mullaney and Friel just held her in.
Yep. Oh, holding the ball free kick here, and it's Annabelle Kiewit once again who'll take this free kick. Yeah, the angle's pretty tight on that outer side, but she's only about 20 metres out from goal. So comes in now, kicks. That's a good looking
no
kick. It's straight through the middle, no problem at all. And that's 3, is it, Liz, for
I've got
Annabelle
3,
now?
yep, 3 for Kiewit today. So what an outstanding game she's had. Just a junior. She played in the rep team on Saturday night for the NTFL, and yeah, her confidence in her game is just growing and growing. Yep. Every week. So Waratah now 16-11, 107 leading Wanderers, 2 straight goals coming up to the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter here at Gardens Oval for this Foundation Cup game.
Yeah, Kiewit super impressive today, as have a number of other Waratah players, and as you say, it'll be tight voting for the medal.
I mean, Maselli's kicked 5, Aggie Singh and Kiewit have kicked 3, but Lisa Roberts has been everywhere around the ground, as has Lauren O'Shea, Bree Martin, Jo Guthridge. You know, you could raffle it in the Waratah's team.
So Wanderers won that clearance and kicked the ball forward, and Fatnower gets on the end of this, takes a good mark at half forward. She gets back quickly looking to move the ball into the advantage of her teammate. Goes for a bounce. That was adventurous on daylight today, but it came back to her, and then she slapped the kick forward and fell into the hands of her teammate. I'm just trying to pick up who that is, Liz.
With the ball?
Yeah.
I think it's Friel. I think it's, or it might be Paige Holt, actually. Number 40, I think she is. But the ball's hit the ground. It's going to come out. Mullaney will be first one there. One-handed grab.
Oh, yeah.
Does the Dusty Martin.
Yeah.
She's best on ground for me today for Wanderers, Stu.
Yeah, she's been terrific. She's really battled hard all day, mainly across half-back, but she's worked her way down into the forward line this time and read it well, busted a tackle and slammed through Wanderers' first goal for the quarter. So
that's definitely the highlight reel today. And her mum Yolanda's out there running water. She's a sensational volunteer for the footy club, her mum. So well deserved there by Olympia Mullaney. She's busted herself all day today, and to finish with a goal, as I said, well deserved. So the score now, Waratah 16-11, 107, leading Wanderers 3 straight goals, 18. And just watching the Chief Minister down below us with his young son Huddy in matching boardies, here to present the Foundation Cup at the end of this game.
So again, Wanderers looking to clear here, and they'll have the opportunity through a free kick. It's Malboy who'll take that free kick. She was working hard at the bottom of the pack, kicks it straight down in the middle of the ground, and she finds Mullaney at half forward. Called to play on. And
I don't think she
not
heard.
sure what was going on there, but the Waratah players pounced once the call was made, and Lisa Roberts takes the free kick out to the outer side. Izzy Rapson out there picks up hand passes back to Singh. Singh runs past an opponent and kicks deep into the forward line, where Maselli's in a one-on-one with Letitia Lloyd. Lloyd working hard over the ball, picks up and gets a quick kick to it, and now she's got some support from some teammates, and they work the ball back across to centre half back, but it's in dangerous territory there as it's picked up, and Sarah Curry got the hand pass across to Rapson, who was tackled. The ball spilled out, and now back inside the centre square. It's off the ground. It finds its way to Aggie Singh. She again breaks a tackle, runs around, kicks deep into the forward line, and straight to Jo Guthridge once again down there, who was in some space over the back of the pack. She kicks towards goal now. Maselli's just chipped in Probably would have gone through, I think.
No,
Liz,
I think it was going,
knows?
I don't know.
I don't know,
Might have been hit the post. Maselli plays on and kicks her 6th goal for the day, Stu.
Wow.
Well, maybe that just pencils her in for best on for her team.
Yep. All I know is that we don't have to do the voting for it, Liz, which is a good thing. Because you wouldn't have everyone agreeing with you, that's for sure.
No. It's good to have a combination of people do it. I think the coaches are choosing the best on it for the opposite teams at the end of today. So that's a fair way to do it. So the score now, Waratah 17-11, 113, leading Wanderers 3 straight goals here at Gardens Oval in this Foundation Cup game at the just coming up to the 10-minute mark of this final quarter.
So just waiting for the restart here, and Tars are just continuing on this quarter. They've kicked 3 goals to 1 to increase that lead, and it's getting out towards 100 points now. It's been, as we said a few times, a really impressive performance, but here they go again, breaking away from the middle. It's Goldback who gets it in, and Izzy Rapson, who's been thrown forward for a rare opportunity to get into the attacking areas. She's normally a stout defender for Tars. She plays on now, kicks towards the top of the goal square. O'Shea down there, got her hands to the ball, got it on the rebound, but couldn't straighten it up and kicks it through for a behind. Izzy
Rapson rocking the mullet as usual. She made the NT News' best mullets last year, so something to be proud of. Great chick. Also another keen fisherwoman.
So Wanderers coming to the near side of the ground, but Sharona Bishop lurking there and just worked back with the flight of the ball, took the mark nicely, and now looks for a player inside, and that player of course is Maselli once again, and Lisa Maselli will be kicking from about 30 out.
Getting some instruction from her bench. I'm not sure what they're saying to her. Go on, kick it, Lisa, kick 7.
Really impressive performance once again from Maselli, and now he kicks on the wage. That one's just drifting across the face of goal, unfortunately for Tars, and a behind only. So a reprieve for Wanderers as they look to bring the ball back in. Selena Lloyd picks it up and just walks back in, looking for what her options are. Fat now makes a lead to the outer side. She's going that way now, and that's a good pass. And she just slows things down once again and kicks the ball long outside of defensive 50. That's a good pass to Malboy, who almost took the mark there, but she's recovered well, kicks the ball back inside the corridor and finds her teammate in Mullaney right in the middle of the ground. Mullaney looking to move the ball on quickly now. Kicks down here where the mark is taken forward of the ball by the Wanderers teammate down there in Bridget Gilson. And the ball comes back to Gilson now, but she just can't control it. Lisa Roberts gets to down on the ground, fishes the hand pass out, and now an opportunity coming in there for Elspeth Varley for Wanderers. Free kick's been found. It's going against Varley and in favour of Kira Zarafa. Zarafa, who's also been a good player today for Tars, kicks the ball around the grandstand side, just slips through the hands of Goldback Agate there and picked up by Marshall. Marshall gets a hand pass back inboard. Strongly tackled there was Paige Holt.
Yeah, the double pressure by Waratah. All running to help their teammates out, and the free kick.
Yeah, Zarafa once again. She's had a strong game and now plays on down towards half forward, slips over the back. Yeah, just lurking back there and tries to kick around the corner. The kick's half smothered and well cut off in defence for Wanderers by Selena Lloyd. She kicked the ball back in towards the centre of the ground. It's pretty slippery in there and having trouble controlling it, but a good hand pass over the top by Jacinta Friel out to Colhoun. Colhoun kicks it forward, but Roberts has positioned herself behind the play as she usually does and chopped it off and then chipped it out wide to the advantage of her teammate Brittany Roberts. Roberts just couldn't control it in the end, came off the boot and over the boundary line, and so that'll be a Wanderers free kick on the outer side of the ground to Maddie Colhoun.
14-minute mark of this final quarter here at Gardens Oval in Darwin on Larrakia country.
Just slips through the hands of Fatnower there and again brought back by Roberts, and Rapson on the end of this one takes the mark, plays on straight away, kicks into the forward line.
Maselli again.
Finds Maselli.
She's got Bishop on her own. And Bree Martin in the goal square. 50-metre penalty. Well, this should be Lisa Maselli's 7th goal for the game, Stu.
Well, it'll be right from the goal line, so there'll be no doubt whatsoever. Just an infringement on the mark there, moving on the mark before play on was called, and players have adapted to that pretty well throughout the year, and just the odd one we see now and then. But
so costly when they're in the forward line. Unselfish. She's going to give... Bree Martin has missed that. Maselli, both of them got their hands on their knees. Giza has been looking for a goal all day. Maybe it's not her day to kick one today, but she has had a good game.
She was lurking around, but she kicked off balance in the end, but she probably had a bit more time than she thought.
Oh, wow. I had Maselli marked down already for 7 goals.
So now it's Tars with the opportunity again. Indiana Hughes tackle in there, gets caught with the ball, and
Selena Lloyd with a great tackle there for Wanderers. She's tried really hard all day in the back line.
Yep. Which
is always hard when you are getting beaten by a lot, so well done to Lloyd.
Well, pretty much been under siege, hasn't she, most of the day, so comes out here to the advantage of Mullaney. Just stumbled a bit, but got up and got her hand pass out, still fighting for the ball on the ground against a couple of opponents. Good work through the hands to Singh. Singh hooks this one as she kicked towards goal and through for a behind only.
17-15, 117. Waratah leading Wanderers 3 straight goals. That's a lot of scoring shots for Waratah, Stu.
Yeah, it certainly is, and Wanderers have kicked those 3 goals. They've just been pinch hits, really. They're probably just about the only 3 times they've gone forward, and so at least their efficiency going forward has been pretty good, but they've needed a lot more of it, obviously.
I'm just having a laugh at all the young boys in the grandstand who've been out playing in the mud. The mud in the breaks. Maselli swings around on the left. Can she get her 7th?
No, she's not handing off this time, but
those boys will all be going home in towels, I think, if their parents let them in the car today. That's what I do when my kids do that. And they are having a great time. So the score now, Waratah 17-16, 118, leading Wanderers 3 straight goals. So 16.5-minute mark.
Selena Lloyd out to Letitia Lloyd, and there's the siren to end the game. So a comprehensive victory for Waratah, really impressive, and as we said, their form line's really strong going in towards the latter part of the season, Liz.
Sure is. So 100 points it was in the end, Stu. 17-16, 118 to 3 straight goals, 18. Super impressive by Waratah, and I'm sure many of the other women's Premier League teams will be watching on with interest in the result of this game. So it was 6 goals to Lisa Maselli, 3 each to Annabelle Keebert and Jenna Singh, and 2 to Jo Guthridge, singles to Lauren O'Shea, Lisa Roberts and Bronte Gaynor. Goal kickers for Wanderers were Atzori and Olympia Mullaney. I thought Mullaney was sensational for her team, Stu, and probably you'd have to put Lisa Maselli up there in the best for hers.
Yeah, certainly, and I really love the game of Keevert as well. So, yeah, plenty of good players for Waratah, but some good performance. Fatnow was good for Wanderers as well, and a couple of those girls in the back, the Lloyd girls, and that did well. So they kept having a crack all day, but just outgunned today in the end.
So a big thank you to everyone for joining us today. The live stream will watch the end of this game without my commentary, as the Chief Minister will present the Foundation Cup to the winning team Waratah and the best players that will be presented. And then stay tuned for the men's game, another Foundation Cup game between Waratah and Wanderers.